Okay, let's proceed solving the next problem. The slope of the 7.5 kilonewton force is specified as shown in the figure. Express the force F in Cartesian vector form. So ano ba yung Cartesian vector form ulit natin? O, naka 2 dimensions lang tayo dito. So ang Cartesian vector form natin is ano lang, sa baba, that's clear. Medyo blurred. So F, Cartesian vector form natin is Fx. Since naka 2 dimensions lang naman tayo, Fx I plus Fyj. Okay, so yan yung Cartesian vector form natin. So we need to solve for Fx and Fy. So since given naman yung slope ng ating force, then we can simply solve for the components along x and y. So, saan na yung aking... So, yung components niya along x and y, extend lang natin. Gawa tayong parallelogram. Ayan. Ay, sumumbra ako. Okay. So, yan. So, what we need to know, this would be the x component. Ito. And this is the y component, fy. Fx, fy. So, since given yung slope natin, kailangan lang natin masolve yung hypotenuse nito. So, if fx, ito yung fx din. Fy din itong side na to ng rectangle. So, solve for the slope, let's say d. D yata yung nasa module. So, it's equivalent to Pythagorean theorem. So, we have 5 squared plus square root of 5 of the quantity 5 squared plus 12 squared. So, D is equal to 13. Okay, 13 yung D natin. And Fx, using slope, yung slope natin, Fx is equal to, so, x is 12, yung horizontal, 12, over the hypotenuse. So, we have 12 over the hypotenuse, 13, times yung F natin na 7.5. Ito yung F natin, yung hypotenuse ng triangle, ng first triangle natin. So, 7.5. So, Fx is 6.923 kilonewtons. The direction is to the left. So, directed siya sa left. No, obvious naman. And Fy is equal to, again, vertical. So, 5 over 13 times 7.5 is equal to 2.885. And the direction is downwards. Okay? So, yan na. Meron na tayong Fx, Fy, isulat na lang natin in that format. So, F is equal to, so we have Fx, negative siya kasi directed siya sa left. So, minus 6.923i. And then downwards nito, so negative, minus 2.885 J, and ito ay in kilonewtons. Okay, so kilonewtons yan. So this would be the Cartesian vector form. As the Cartesian vector form of this particular force. Okay, so that's the second problem. Okay, next problem natin. Quite similar to problem 1, the first problem, but this is in 2 dimensions. Ano? Yung first kasi, yung sa may previous video natin, sa 3 dimensions siya. Okay, the line of action of the 2,500 pound force is directed from point A to point B. As shown in the figure, determine the x and y components of the force and express it in Cartesian vector form. Okay? So, I think mas mauna yatang express muna natin sa Cartesian vector form and then identify the x and y components of the force just like what we have done in the previous video. So, yung Cartesian vector form natin, since naka 2 dimensions lang naman ito, is equivalent to fxi citation natin plus fyj, no z axis. Okay, and f is equal to yung position vector natin na r divided by yung distance between the 2 points. Okay. Position vector over the distance between the 2 points. Okay, so given naman na yung coordinates natin, so hindi na mahirapan na mag-identify ng coordinates. So, to solve for, I'm sorry, I forgot to, this should be times F, yung magnitude ng force natin, which is 200, that's 2,500 pounds. Okay, so let's solve first for the position vector. Actually, pwede nang idiretso ito pero para alam natin step by step in case you haven't understood it fully yet. So the position vector is, again, head minus tail tayo. So that is 8 minus negative 7. So 8 minus negative 7. Plus, 6 minus negative 2. This is I, this is J. This should be red. Now, R is equal to 15. So, 8 plus 7. 15I plus 6 minus negative 2 is 8J. Alright, and then solve for the distance between the 2 points, A and B. So that's equivalent to, so Pythagorean theorem lang. So xb minus xa squared plus I plus yb minus ya squared. So, yan. Which is actually, ito equal yan sa, sa position vector natin. So, 15 squared plus 8 squared. So, the distance between the 2 points is 17. Alright. So, we can now solve for the Cartesian vector form of the force, which is equal to F times R, the position vector, divided by the distance. So that's equivalent to 2,500 times, so we have 15I plus 8J, but this is in meters, no, this is in meters, divided by 17. So we have F is equal to, so 25 times 15 divided by 17 is 2,205.5 0.882 I plus 25 times 8 divided by 17, that is 1176.471 J. So ito ay pounds ito So pounds. Yan. So kanina ito yung expression natin sa Cartesian vector form. So fx. So the components would be, we have, ito na yun. So 2205.882 pounds yung fx natin. And then fy is simply equal to, ito na, 1176.471 pounds. So this would be the answer for this particular problem. Okay? Next problem natin is ito. Express the force as a Cartesian vector. Express the force as a Cartesian vector. Ito yung force natin, 250 newtons. Yung ating tail ay nasa origin. So medyo madali lang to. Trigonometry yung ating i-apply. So we have this force. Ang inclination niya is 45 degrees from the xy plane. So ito yung xy plane natin, xy plane. Okay. And we also have the z x plane and then zy plane. Okay. So the force is inclined 45 degrees from the xy plane. So we can directly solve for directly solve for the anong tawag doon? F sub z. So the z component of the force. So first we remember that the Cartesian vector form F is equal to fxi plus fyj plus fzk. So, ang kailangan nating malaman is fx, fy, fz. So, yan. Yep, we can solve fz directly. Yun ang pinakamadaling isolve natin, yung fz. Kasi ito yan. So, let's consider this plane, yung z and the xy plane here. So, let's try to redraw in case you cannot visualize. Ito yung angle na ito ay 45 degrees din. Drawing na lang natin. This is F. This is point B. Origin. This is the Z plane. Ito yung drawing ko. So this is 45 degrees. Pangit ang sulat ko. 45 degrees. So we can easily solve for Fz. So Fz is simply equal to, so ito yung Fz natin. This is Fz. Drawing tayo ng rectangle. This is let's say FOB. Yan. FOB na lang yan. So that is Fz. This is also Fz. This is also FOB. So which means we're going to use sine function to solve for the Fz force. Fz is equal to F, which is 250 newtons, times sine of 45 degrees. So Fz is equal to 176. Again, it is directed upwards, so positive siya. 176.777. No, that's actually newtons. Yan. So, yan yung Fz natin. Okay na tayo sa Fz. Next, solve naman natin Fx and Fy. Now this time, we need to solve for yung FOB, and then after which, kunin naman natin yung components ng FOB along Fy, along Y, and along X. Okay, so ganun yung diskarte natin. Solve muna natin yung force dito. That is FOB. And then, i-resolve naman na natin ito. FOB sa kanyang Y component and X component. So, FOB is 250 newtons times adjacent side cosine of 45 degrees. Parehas lang. 176.777 newtons. Next. Okay? Next. Now, isolve naman natin. Wait lang. Solve natin yung Fx and Fy. So, this is yung drawing natin. Sige. Slide natin ng konti. So, this is Fy. Then tayo dito. And this is Fx. You see this parallelogram or rectangle actually yan sa may xy plane. Fx, Fy. So this is also Fx. And this is also Fy. Okay, and we have this triangle. Yung slope natin yung FOB slope niya is 3, 4, 5, special triangle. Now to solve for Fy, it's equivalent to FOB times yung slope natin. Since Fy is parallel to 4, yung side ng 4, then that is times 4 over 5. So FOB is 176.777 times 4 over 5. It's equivalent to 1 for 1. 0.422 newtons. That's Fy. Okay. Oh no. Hindi ko nakikita. Next, Fx naman. Fx is ito, parallel side ng x-axis is yung 3. So, FOB times 3 over 5. So, you have 176.777 times 3 over 5. That is 106.066 newtons. So, remember, again, Fx is directed, ganun, parang sa likod siya. Ito yung positive x, so negative ito. Okay? So that's it. So meron tayong Fz, Fy, and Fx. Then we can now express it in terms of, in Cartesian vector format, ito. Okay. F is equal to Fx minus 106.066 I plus Fy 141.422 J plus 176.777 K. Yeah. This is in newtons. The whole quantity here is in the quantities inside the bracket are in newtons. Okay. Pwede niya mailagay yung unit dito. Ito na lang para mas maayos yung pagkakasulat. Yan. Newtons. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple ang paggamit ng vector algebra sa pag-solve ng components ng forces natin. Okay? So, next topic ulit sa next video.